Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am Nikita from Intuitive Guidance. For those of you who are new here, welcome, and if you do enjoy the content of this video, please do feel free to subscribe. Also, you can click the little bell button below, which will notify you when I post videos that may be of interest to you. And also for my ongoing subscribers and future subscribers, I'd like to say a massive thank you. You guys have been so supportive. You've written me like beautiful, kind comments. You've donated to me. You've got me stuff off my Amazon wish list. You have, done so much to support this channel, and I really am truly grateful. Even for you guys sharing your comments and just watching my videos. So thank you so much. If you guys would like a personal reading at any point, it is always, my website link is always in the description box below. If you click on it, it takes you straight there. Most information is in the description box below, including my email, so if you want to ask me something directly, you can email me. So personal readings more specific to your situation, because obviously these are general readings. I also do donation readings for those of you who are, financially able to purchase a bigger reading. It's just a 10-minute reading. You donate whatever you feel like, and it's a quick 10-minute reading, so that's available too. Thank you guys so much, and if you can, just continue to like, share, and stay calm, stay joyous, stay grateful, and enjoy this ever-changing journey we call life. Spiritual advice. Sorry, a bit all over the place today. Okay, spiritual advice. This is for the month of July. Aries, spiritual advice for Aries, month of July. Okay, rest and rejuvenation. You guys need to rest, because I feel you guys that this applies to you as well. At the bottom of the deck, new beginnings. So there is a new beginning coming. You may have had like this tower moment that has happened and passed already, and now it's time to just kind of rest and rejuvenate, and then you have this new beginning. This could be in terms of like career, job, it could be love, whatever it is. There's been a change and a shake up, and now you're at a stage where there's a new beginning, and it's just the spiritual advice is asking you to rest at this time. I don't think you need to do anything at this time, but to kind of rest and get your mind in a good space. So we're going to do actually a love oracle, Aries, the month of July. And trust and new love. Okay, so with trust and new love, I think a lot of you are maybe kind of getting that feeling like you want someone to come in. You want either, it could even be an old love, it doesn't have to be a new love, but it could just be in a new way. But you're thinking about love at this time. Love is on your mind, and you kind of want the situation to happen. For some of you, you're kind of like, when is this going to happen? Is this going to happen for me? Am I going to be someone that's going to end up alone? Or why doesn't it work out? Why does it never work out? That situation is kind of on your mind. And the advice there, of course, is it's asking you to trust and believe that it will happen for you. And to not worry, or to not think to yourself that, don't be like the martyr, or don't be the underdog, or don't be the person that, don't be that person. It's never going to happen for me, because it will happen for you. You just maybe had bad experiences, and that's why you're kind of questioning, what you're doing wrong. But I think you needed to go through a certain change, and you have gone through that change, and that's where you're at now. So I wouldn't be too concerned about that if I were you. Okay, so we're going to look at the theme of your reading first. The theme for Aries for the month of July. What's the theme for Aries for the month of July? Page of Cups. Yeah, the Page of Cups. So some kind of, no, let's just wait. Pages can represent some kind of news. Could be a pregnancy. But we're going to see what this means. Because the Page of Cups is also turned around, because this is the vice versa deck. So, what can Aries expect in the month of July? 2 of Wands, so you are at crossroads. The 6 of Swords. What can Aries expect in the month of July? Okay. What are the blockages and challenges for Aries in the month of July? Forward the skipping, if you forward the skipping. What the hell am I talking about? Forward the shuffling if you want. You're not going to miss anything. I won't speak. I won't say anything relevant. Righty-ho. So, and then we're doing the outcome. And the advice for Aries, month of July. Okay, that took a long time, sorry about that. But yeah, like I said, you guys have gone through this transformation, which is what I was talking about before. So the Page of Cups turned around. And it's the theme. I think it's talking about you guys turning your back on love. But it's like I said here, it's because of the situation of like you guys meeting the same characters in, you know, they're different people but they're the same type of character, or they're different people but it ends the same. And you're like, what is going wrong? What am I doing here? So it's kind of like you were trying to figure things out. Okay, so the 6 of Swords for what you can expect in July. So again, I see moving away from something, detaching from something, and starting again. Turning your back on something and starting again. But having a more positive outlook now. So you've gone through this change and you've been very much in your head, very much trying to work something out. It could have been that things ended with a Queen of Cups, which is Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And even though you knew it was the right thing, it just still kind of left you like, what in the world is, like, why is my luck so bad in love? Or why do I keep choosing people that abandon me or hurt me, or, you know, why can't I'm someone that's prepared to give my all to a situation, why can't I get that back? Is it that there is no one that's like that idea I have in my head? Or is it that I'm choosing the wrong people? But you're trying to like figure that out. And you're still thinking about this Queen of Cups. I just feel that you know that it wasn't the right time. Or something wasn't right. So with your challenges and your blockages, that's the Tower, the moment that I was talking about, where you may be feeling a bit empty, a bit void. And it's because of this change. We also have the 4 of Cups. So it's like you just don't have that interest in love anymore. And it's like you may have try to get yourself out there and, you know, meet other people and stuff, but it's just something isn't connecting, something isn't clicking. And that's because the universe wanted you to wait. I don't think that, you know, you're ready. And you may feel like you just want to get back out there, but I don't think you're ready to give yourself emotionally. It would be fun, but the fun eventually turns into, well, I really actually do want something more serious. But you're not ready for something more serious, so you end up not being able to give yourself emotionally, and you might even be getting people who are wanting something more with you, something more long term, and your heart's just not in it. And that's because you haven't, it's just not the right time. And I don't think you've completely got over this water sign here. They're very much on your mind. We also have the Empress. Is this the Empress? It's number 3, so yes, the Empress. Sorry, this doesn't look much like an Empress, does it? She looks like a little girl. It's starting to make me think that maybe this person has 2 sides to them, and one side was a side where you just thought, wow, this is the, you know, the mother of my children, or this is the father of my children, not necessarily, you know, regardless of whether you have kids or not, but it's just like, wow, this is the person that I can see, you know, this is the person I've always thought I would end up with. Or like, this is the person that I always thought that, you know, this I could build a family with. Like, you tick so many boxes. But this person might need to do some inner child work. Is kind of what I'm thinking. Like, they may need to do some inner child work, or to evolve in some sort of way, because they're still either emotionally immature, or they run. They don't deal with situations, they run. But they are the Empress. Like, if they could unlock their potential, if they could just be satisfied with what they have, unlock their potential, and realize, like, they just need to have, like, that's what I'm just kind of feeling. They need to unlock their potential. But something just keeps blocking them or stopping them. Oh yeah, this is like the challenges and blockages, actually. So something is like stopping them from being who they are supposed to be. And this is, you know, this could be you or your partner. But it's like stunted growth. That's what I'm kind of seeing. Like, she's the Empress, but she looks like a child. So I'm seeing some kind of stunted growth. But this person, you know, it doesn't have to be that way. They just need to change something or do something to allow themselves to be the you know, because they are a really remarkable person. They have like many talents, or they are just someone that is can give back a lot to the world, or someone, you know, that kind of thing. Like, they are a remarkable person. They just are stuck somehow in their own kind of, maybe a shadow side or something like that. But this person that, I don't want to spend too long on that card, sorry, but this person like does seem to, and that's maybe why you're so drawn to them, or you feel that, you know, it was difficult to kind of let this situation go, because it's like, I know you could be so much more, but you choose to remain this person that is limiting themselves, limiting their potential, or trying to be like everyone else in some kind of way, when you're actually more than that. And it's like you can see that in them, or they can see that in you, but it's just not, it's something that you can't move forward in, because although you can see that in them, it's like they're not behaving in that way, and you can't keep, you know, pulling yourself down by entertaining them until they decide to, you know, get up and do this for themselves. I hope that makes sense. I know I'm kind of like getting messages for this card, and it's kind of linked to this card, and I know it's supposed to be your reading, but I feel like this may be this water sign, and it's just kind of like it's an important message that you may need to hear, so you don't feel like you're going crazy. You may just think like, why was I so into this person? Why can't I get them off my mind? It's because you know their potential, and there's someone that, you know, you feel emotionally, you are connected, you're both, you know, people that can make a difference, but this person just hasn't. So some of you, it might be like twin flame, because I know that that's what kind of like a similar situation where you both have to have this growth, and, you know, maybe this person isn't getting there, and it's quite frustrating. Anyway, so I hope that makes sense. I hope I wasn't just waffling on and talking rubbish. Page of Pentacles. Again, for me, I just feel like that is talking about potential, but something not happening. The potential of something, but it's just not, for some reason, happening. Let's clarify these cards. So the Six of Swords. Please clarify the Six of Swords for Aries. The Chariot. So yeah, moving forward and trying your best to move forward. Look, again, the Queen of Cups. Moving away from the Queen of Cups, or moving towards. We're going to find out. It's quite contradictory, this reading, because we've got the Page of Cups turned around as this. So maybe you're going back and forth. With the Hermit. So you're going back and forth. I don't feel like you understand. It's like you're trying to make a logical point to yourself. Why are you going back? What are you going to say to them? What do you expect to achieve? And then you kind of like, well, nothing. Well, I don't know. Well, you know, I don't know. I just miss them. Well, that doesn't sound right. That sounds quite feeble. In your head, you're kind of going back and forth, but it's like, what does this person have that's so special, that's keeping me hopeful in this situation? And you don't understand it, so you end up just saying, you know what, I don't know what's wrong with me, I don't know why I'm being such a, you know, being so soppy, or why am I, you know, but you don't understand it, and maybe you're going back and forth for that reason. Because I don't feel like it's that straightforward. It looks like you're determined to almost, I feel like you just want to grab this person and shake sense into them, and then then it's like, well, then we can be happy. But you know, you're living in the real world, and you're being realistic here, and you're like, that's not going to work. But in your mind and in your heart, it would be lovely if you could really move forward with this person. I think for some of them, they like, for some people in particular, maybe that like something's happened to them in their past, and they're still like, they can't seem to get out of the emotion and the dwelling and the, you know, victim mentality, or they allow their emotions to overrule them to a point where, you know, it takes over too much. And you're not an emotional sign. So you're more like action and get up and do something about it. And they're just the opposite to you. So it's difficult to kind of, you know, make them see things from your way. Yeah, so the Chariot is it's like wanting to detach, but at the same time wanting to move towards them. The Two of Wands, the Six of Cups, and the Page of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups again. So with the Two of Wands, to me, it's looking like you're looking in their direction, actually. Looking forward into the past. Looking into the future with the past. I see that like you went through a phase of thinking like, forget it, there's no hope. You gave up hope, but now it's like you can see hope again, but you don't know, what kind of steps to take. And like I said, you're again going back and forth into, is it even a situation that I can, be hopeful about? Yeah, see, back and forth. So you're in conflict with yourselves. The Hermit. See, it's like, this isn't going to work. Why am I even thinking about this? I don't want to go back there. I don't want the offer. I just want to start a new chapter, a new cycle, and move forward. But it's still on your mind. Why is it still on my mind then in that case? Why can't I just let this go? It's like you're frustrated with yourself. So the Tower. So this is you guys that went through some change, and it was involving this person. You still feel this connection, you still feel love for this person, you still have feelings for this person, and you can't deny that, which is making you feel stuck inside, or in your mind. It's like, how am I supposed to move on if I feel like this? What should I be doing that I'm not doing? The Four of Cups. See, again, you're not wanting to, do anything about this. The Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Right, let me just see actually. Clarify the Four of Cups. Oops. Clarify the Four of Cups. The Eight of Wands. And the Two of Swords. So you're in two minds about communicating with this person, or even maybe going to visit, like an unexpected visit, or traveling, or whatever it is. But I think it's communication. You're in two minds about communicating with them, and that means you speaking to them. So whether it's a situation where you haven't been speaking, or you've not been speaking much, or you want to, there's something, or I feel like for a lot of you haven't actually been speaking. If you have, it looks to me like it's more of a like text now and again, that you don't go into anything much deeper. But I do see you're in two minds about, should I communicate, should I go forth with communication? Because you can't take it anymore. And maybe for some of you, you're actually waiting. Oh my God, see. Maybe for some of you, you're waiting for them to communicate, and now you're starting to see that they're not really budging. The Empress and the Magician, like, wow. See what I mean? You guys could make like a great team. You could really, because I'm seeing you as this Magician. Even though it's in the obstacles and challenges, it's like the obstacle and challenge is that you can't move on from this person, because you guys could be amazing together. You could be very creative. You could both be very creative. It's like there's something that you guys could, it's like you guys can make magic together. There's these things that, it's a productive relationship. It's something that you balance out each other, but you bring out the best in each other. But when this person is at their best, when they're in their best version, when they're in their high vibration, and I feel like this person could possibly suffer with like depression or something, so they wave in and out of being in high vibration, being someone that's positive and optimistic, to someone that's like allowing their emotions to get the better of them and drowning in their emotions. That's so bad. I don't know if you guys could really see that. I don't want to make the video again. I didn't realise how off focus the camera was until I started pulling out more cards. Anyway, so I feel like the better version of this person is so well matched to you, and you're like, if you could always be like this, it would be amazing. Let's see what the Knight of Pentacles is saying. The Three of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So the other obstacle or challenge could be that, and by the way, this was supposed to be a general reading. I'm so sorry that it's turned into a love reading. I just, I'm getting this message in particular, and so that's what I'm kind of focused on. I can make it into a career reading, but I just don't see it as career. If it is something that's more career, then I feel like you guys are at a crossroads the same way. You're just going to have to apply it to your career instead. So you're at a crossroads, and you're thinking about moving in another direction. I'm not sure if you've taken the action to do so yet, but you're thinking about moving in another direction because you're not content where you are. But this other direction would mean you'd have to start from scratch. Like start from the beginning and work your way up. Start from the bottom and work your way up, something like that. Or study this situation, which is going to take maybe some years. So going back to school or becoming an apprentice again, something like that. But I am mainly seeing this for love. But if you are dealing with a career situation, I'd say that, and it resonated with this reading, then I'd say that was more it. So, so this relationship doesn't seem to progress, it doesn't seem to go anywhere, but it just does leave you hurt every time. And it's celebratory when, you come back together and it feels right, but then it always ends up the same way, it never progresses too much further. So the outcome is you, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Sun, and Death. So this sign as well, it doesn't have to be a water sign. I am getting strong water sign, but it just might be the person's nature, or they might have a lot of water in their chart. This situation, their emotions really do consume them, and they've got to work out how they can overcome that and be this person. It's quite frustrating, I can see. So this outcome to me looks like you may seek some kind of advice or guidance on this situation. Yeah, I feel you will maybe speak to someone about this, or speak to someone around you, speak to friends for advice or something like that, so you can find out the best thing to do, what they think you should do. Someone that's trusted, one of your really close friends. The Sun, and we have the Sun here as well. I think you're going to speak to one of your friends, like I said, or someone close, or a family member, and then you're going to decide to communicate with this person. I feel you're just going to decide, I'm just going to communicate, and it might be like one message that is just kind of like what do I say, what can I say, and then you just send it, or they just send it, whichever way this is. And it's something that's really positive though, it's really positive. Let's look at Death. The Tower. Okay, so there's change, there's a shift. For the Tower and Death, please. The Hierophant again. Ooh, sorry. The Hierophant again. Sorry, I'm super clumsy and unorganized. It's quite bad actually. It's not like one of my special skills. Being anyway. And technology and all of that, to me, it's just like I just want to do the reading. I don't really care about the other stuff, and unfortunately, I have to do that. But yeah, so I feel like a coming together to work something out. I feel like you've both grown though. even if you haven't been apart for a long period of time, I feel like you've both grown in ways. And that was what the lesson was here. You were supposed to grow. There's been some kind of shift. Yeah, so there's a resurrecting of this situation, which means you guys probably will come together, but I think it starts with you sending the communication, actually. I think you just think, fuck it, one day. I think you've had enough. And you speak, and you miss this person as well. And you're kind of confused as to why they haven't communicated with you, but you're also fearful that, you know, if you don't reach out now, that maybe they'll move on. Yeah, as I say, that Two of Wands. Three of Pentacles, so working together, coming together, trying to, you know, sort something out or establish something or work out where you can go from here. The Empress again. See, the Empress and the Five of Swords. So it's like this person, and yeah, look, this person may have many issues. Look at that. So, like I said, they may suffer with depression, so mood swings, and one minute they're okay, and another minute it's just like, am I dealing with Jekyll and Hyde? Like, this person has suffered a lot in the past, and that affects the way they think and process things today, like in the current time. So you saying something to them could trigger something from a recent, like a past memory, which causes them to react in a way where you're just like, what the hell is wrong with you? Are you crazy? So there's many maybe like mood swings, or there's a feeling of not good enough. Maybe some negative like self-talk, or maybe someone was quite harsh with them in their past, or they dealt with someone that, you know, was abusive. There's something here that makes this person, you know, I don't want to go too deep, but it could be as far as they were, you know, abused as a child kind of thing. Especially if they also suffer abandonment and things like that. It's okay now, it's okay, but you know, they're in a safe place now, they're okay, but it still affects them. It still affects them, definitely. It puts them on the defense. They may be a very person that is very defensive, that jumps down your throat as soon as you say something. And it's because of, you know, sadness. There's a deep sadness within them. And they need to become more emotionally balanced here with the Temperance card, because they can unlock this potential that I was talking about. They could be someone so great, they could really give back. And they don't know how, you know, amazing they are. And I think you do. You see that in them. But it's like, I'm not going to stay around to play your stupid games, because they maybe get really petty and, yeah, just become not very nice when they when things aren't going their way, or when they feel that, you know, you're going to walk away from them again, or you're going to, you know, see that the damaged side of them. As soon as you get too close, they might start to get really nasty. So yeah, sorry that I'm talking so much about this other person, but that's the kind of message I'm getting, because I feel like I need to make that clear to some of you. So the advice is to actually, yes, go ahead with communicating with this person. There's some kind of future here. There's some kind of future, and it's like it's waiting. It lies ahead. It's like almost like destiny and fated. This future is lying ahead of the both of you, but I feel you do need to communicate, and I do think it needs to be you, or if this other person has air in their chart, or they're an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, then maybe it will be them. This story will be the other way around. But whoever's got a lot of air, or, you know, or is an air sign, they need to be the one to communicate. And then, you know, there's this future that lies ahead. Like I said, there's happier times. I think the answer here lies in you. The answer lies in you here. I think you know you have to do something. And that's the advice. So I think you will be doing that. But this reading has gone on so long. So I hope that did help you guys. In terms of, I hope the messages did resonate. And I do feel like some of you needed to maybe hear that message. Because maybe you're in a state of confusion and you kind of wanted to understand what was going on. If it didn't resonate, or parts of it did resonate, then you can also get a private personal reading that is more specific to your situation, and we can look into it. Other than that, don't forget to like, share and comment, guys. I'm wishing you all the best for this month of July, and I'll speak to you next month. And so until then, stay calm, joyous and grateful in this ever-changing, wonderful journey we call life. Okay? So remember to have gratitude and to keep evolving. I love you guys so much. I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.